it's Nicolette. Today, let's dive into the world of fragrances that speak to dark academia. What may surprise some is how young dark academia may be, considering its traits. Its earliest appearance was about 2015, and it grew in popularity during and after the COVID pandemic. But what defines it exactly? Dark academia is best described as one of many subcultures and aesthetics which stray from the modern-day digital world, instead finding value in the melancholic and romantic pursuit of the arts, philosophy, and higher education. It is sneaking into the university after hours for the sake of solitary studies. It is painting by a lantern on a stormy evening. It is black coffee and candles on a starry night. It is unrequited love. It is discovering mysteries and knowledge to connect with the greatest minds of the past. It is a promenade in the park on a gray and chilly afternoon to escape the mundane of societal monotony. As with any aesthetic, choosing fragrances that speak to one's preferences can be an endless journey. For that reason, I thought it would be interesting to highlight 5 iconic scents, which are not dark per se, but which instead closely embody the features commonly associated with this moody aesthetic. The study. What would dark academia be without the places where collective thoughts are retained? As an absolute must in terms of this aesthetic's traits, the study is a place I initially thought would be difficult to capture. Yet, after a bit of digging, we're off to an impressive start with Immortal Perfumes Dead Writers. We start with a heavy, sweet clove, which gives us the impression of entering a messy writing room where cigars are tucked away in a drawer. As the door closes, the scent of the wooden furniture and a draft of whiskey takes the stage. The dry down finally gifts us with the quiet blend of musk and vanilla so prominent in aged books and preserved handwritten letters. I could not recommend this one for those simply seeking to smell like only books. Dead Writers is remarkably complex and perfectly named. It is a scent suited best for heavy brooders or those looking to add an air of mystery. Coffee. As a beloved staple for the night owls of this subculture, I kept longing for a scent that was purely black coffee for those endless twilight hours spent awake while the world dreams. But after hours of research, samples, and shop visits, everything to my nose had some sort of smoke note that overpowered the traces of coffee my heart was after for this video. Luckily, my bias for sweet coffee does not fail me here. Yves Saint Laurent's Black Opium is personally unmatched for the smell of warm coffee stirred with sugar and cream. Black Opium wears best in autumn and winter when its warmth and sweetness are a welcome embrace against the chilly air. It is the quiet coffee shop you steal away to when you need a rare moment of background chatter and chairs rustling. It is a small spark of optimism on an otherwise somber day. For dark academia, the night itself is an unquestionable necessity in which the softness of candles and fire help us to stay with our studies, our paintings, our songs and stories, and our ever-present inner thoughts. But how could the scent of fire possibly be captured? Dior's Dune is a romanticized fireplace if I ever smelled one. While the patchouli is strong, the wood notes and amber meld beautifully here with the florals, creating a rich smoke note balanced by the musk and vanilla. We are then left with the essence of walking up to a hearth where the logs are smoldering and potted flowers not far from the mantel. This one would also do best in winter, as the cooler months would balance its smoldering intensity. Regardless of circumstances, however, Dune is an unapologetically refined fragrance brimming with confidence. Aged wood. Wood is a timeless element that exists to us in many forms, but how would it be best embodied in a way that speaks to this aesthetic? For dark academia, we think of secrets and cherished things and value in the past. My fragrance journey led me to discover Solstice Scents Attic. Attic is a marvelous perfume which perfectly captures the qualities of aged wood in a way that is simultaneously recognizable and wearable. The cedar and cypress start strong but are immediately balanced by the vanilla and rose. The sweetness prevents the scent from feeling wet or stuffy, which are traits prominent in older wood. Here we are able to appreciate the warmth of aged wood, as it were, a vintage writing desk, an heirloom chair, a chest of treasured things. Attic is a beautiful year-round profile that whispers the echoes of memories once locked away. Stone. Last but not least, we have come to what may be my personal favorite for this video. If you had asked me several weeks ago whether the scent of wet stone could be accurately captured in a fragrance, I honestly would have kept my doubts. Today I am glad to be mistaken. Hexennacht Fallen Angel is a portrait for the senses, where revered statues are made wet from earth's streams and storms. The scent is better known as petrichor, a Greek derivative combination of the terms petra, meaning stone, and ichor, the golden fluid stemming from the veins of the immortals of Greek mythology. Hexennacht's interpretation of the scent is profoundly uncanny. I have personally never smelled any scent like this before. To provide a little more perspective, when this little vial was first delivered, it sat unopened in my bedroom. It took several minutes for me to realize the forecast for that day was completely sunny. My senses had been tricked into believing it had just rained on the stones outside. Furthermore, the scent is incredibly potent, so much so that only a few drops on the skin are completely detectable and will last for the remainder of the day. This is honestly the first of few scents in my collection where I would actually advise caution in the application. All said, Fallen Angel is a delightfully powerful, unconventional extrait. It is the sacred garden after rainfall. It is walking through the cathedral courtyard in a downpour. It is the aged statues whose frozen figures will forever retain the scent of the water and earth which surround them. These selections are certainly only the start of a vast olfactory world. What are your thoughts about these scents in particular? Do any of them pique your interest? Are there others not named here that you'd recommend for lovers of dark academia? As this aesthetic is where my heart lies, my own curiosity for new fragrances always welcomes more. Until next time.